the old Shoppers thing, so that's gonna be another vacant one, if that actually does happen. And Baumgart's is going out to the industrial park, and so, you know, I mean, I understand, okay, there are programs, but I guess the question is then, are they working? I mean, are we really getting our money?
Well, I think it still takes community support.
Oh, definitely.
And I think that's where we're really falling down. I talked to Gary Eveling, who had the Hallmark store. The last 2 years, they lost 8%. This year, it was 10% down. You hit it right on the head. It's a mindset. People go to Fort Dodge and shop.
Yeah.
And they don't support the stores that are downtown Humboldt.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you change that mindset. I don't know how you do that. But
I guess, you know, like, I'm hoping that the bakery stays, because that's kind of a little niche kind
Yes,
of
it is,
thing.
yeah.
You know, and I hope she can make, you know, and she's done it smart. I mean, she hasn't put a whole lot of money into it, because she doesn't know what this town is gonna do, and if it's gonna support it.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope that there'll be more people that will take that risk, but hopefully we can make it attractive for them to take that risk, instead of saying, oh, well, this has been sitting vacant for a year, let's just sell it at a fire sale and be done with it. I mean,
You know, it's not necessarily true that the people don't support, you know, and you just gotta back up and look at the overall picture, is the fact that what Hallmark had 20 years ago was a Hallmark store. Now, Pomida, which is now Shopko, Hy-Vee, other places all sell Hallmark stuff. So it's hard on a business that originally started as a Hallmark store. Now they have more competition in their town than what they ever wanted, not due to anything of their fault, but what the company has allowed other people to do and stuff. So there could be the same number of items being sold, but they're not purchased at the same store anyway. So it's unfortunate, but it's kind of like Menards. Now all of a sudden they decide they're in the grocery business. Well, it's the same thing as, you know, where I used to get Hallmark store, I might go to a Hy-Vee if I'm already shopping there and buy the card. So it's hard that the companies have let things happen to the other businesses that were downtown and stuff, but they've taken away, they've hurt them by doing that anyway. But that has hurt downtown, I'm sure, overall and stuff.
How do other communities do it then? I mean, there are other communities relatively this size. I mean, if you look at Osage, I don't know if you're familiar with Osage. Osage is smaller than this town, and they have a thriving business district. And in fact, they were able even to build a $20 million rec center.
they have a niche up there with antiques and everything else, and everybody
Right.
goes there for those.
Right. But I
And
mean,
while they're there, they go to the V&S Variety Store, or they
right,
go
or
here,
they'll
they go
go
there.
eat at a restaurant, or
Right.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's something to be said for charm, and I think maybe putting some dollars into charming the downtown a little bit would.
Well, and we have a program to charm it, but not many people take advantage of it.
Well, that's too bad, that really is.
I mean, we really do.
Jim?
May I say something?
Sure.
In the almost 29 years that I've been here, Joyce and I have had the store, there's been a lot of ups and downs in the buildings being full and so forth. And some businesses come, some go. Hallmark had to spend a lot of money for a franchise to keep Gold Crown situation. And all of a sudden, you've got other stores picking up Hallmark cards. Hallmark offered our company Hallmark cards in our stores with no franchise fee. And when they go out and do that, it's a slap in the face to the guys who spend a lot of money to keep a franchise, is what they did. And I think Hallmark is on a downward spiral by offering it to all the discounters. You know, and it comes and goes. But a lot of businesses have come and gone. And most generally, you'll find a lot of the businesses downtown are homegrown, much like the industries. People have an interest, so they decide to turn a hobby into a business. And some work well, some don't. It depends on what the niche is. They have to find their own niche and make sure that they work. The little bakery you're talking about on the corner, that is a niche. That is a unique situation. Each business that can survive must find their niche. We have tried to do that in our store. And there are stores that have increases in sales, there are some that have decreases. We happen to be lucky enough to have an increase this year. And it takes a lot of work, takes a lot of hours. Sometimes you get business owners that do not want to commit the hours to their business. And that's what makes them fail. It's not that a town has a program not in place for businesses. that make those businesses fail. It's the individual business and what they are endeavoring to accomplish. The programs that you have in the city, I have looked at because Joyce and I are contemplating an expansion. And I would have to say that, you know, the facade program is very good. The program that you have for low interest and so forth, the application for the people that have used it and so forth, there's no way that Joyce and I can fill out that application. We have to hire lawyers and accountants to put that together, and we've looked at a situation in Fort Dodge of hiring someone to put that paperwork together. That costs a lot of money. And it almost,
that tough on them, do we?
No, the SBDC will fill it out essentially for you, I think.
the what?
The Small Business Development Center, Lisa Shimkat,
Yes.
I don't know, I mean, Brett.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She fills out the vast majority of applications are filled out by the SBDC for no cost, so they should be
Thank
able
you.
to help you out.
We need to move on. Any other comments, or anything before we move on? Anyway, we'll close the public hearing, we'll close out at 6:11 PM. The next one for Chamber, or is that a different one?
This is a different one. This
Right.
is another public hearing.
Okay. I didn't understand who was running that one. So this being the time and place for the scheduled public hearing on the matter of proposal to approve and authorize the execution of a development agreement by and between the City of Humboldt and Fifth Generation Investments LLC. I will open the public hearing at 6:12 PM. Aaron?
This public hearing is for the development agreement with Baumgars. It is a development, this is the development agreement for their new store in the Humboldt Business Park. It is the typical sliding scale tax rebate from 100% down to 20% over 5 years, with a maximum award over the 5 years equaling $250,000. The total taxable valuation will be about $2.5 million for the new store, and formal approval is in the resolution below. HCDA is pretty excited about the store being out there. Obviously, it's a brownfield. This is a fantastic turnaround from what the Fripp property used to be, so I think it's an exciting development.
Any other comments from the council? Do we have any written comments or objections on the file, Lori?
No, we don't.
Do we have any comments or objections from the general public in attendance this evening? There being no more comments or objections on the proposed development agreement with Fifth Generation Investments LLC, I will close the public hearing at 6:14 PM. On new business, we need a motion to designate the Humboldt Independent newspaper as the City of Humboldt's official newspaper.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next, we're going to get the HCHDC annual report from Cheryl Reed.
Good evening.
Cheryl.
Happy New Year to everyone. Tonight I'm here to make our annual request for Humboldt County Housing. But prior to making that, I'd like to give you just kind of a little summary of the success of Humboldt County Housing. It can be attributed to the financial support of both the City of Humboldt and Humboldt County, and the hard work of the volunteer members of Humboldt County Housing. The current members include Dave Dodgen, who is present tonight, Carl Mattis, Aaron Burnett, Boot Varonkoon, Danelle Scow, Rick Peterson, Clifton Califatich, and myself. The City of Humboldt and Humboldt County have each provided annual funds to assist the efforts of Humboldt County Housing, which is a nonprofit corporation. Since Humboldt County Housing utilizes no full-time staff, these funds have been used to conduct engineering studies, provide matching funds for state and federal grants, and low-interest loan programs, pay for professional services, and also conduct housing needs assessments. The members of Humboldt County Housing are very proud of the accomplishments made to date and on the horizons. Since its conception in the fall of 1997, these are some of the projects Humboldt County Housing has assisted with. the construction of Ivy Apartments in 1999. This was a 12-unit income-based apartment with both 2 and 3-bedroom apartments. There were several dilapidated units were demolished to create suitable space for building. Assessed commercial property has an actual value of over $600,000. In August of 2000, it developed a 17 single-family residential lot known as Riverview Heights, 3rd Edition. The lots were sold at public auction. The development added over $2.5 million to the community tax base. Created the possibility of the development of Willow Ridge Edition through the extension of water and sewer mains from the Riverview Heights 3rd Edition, made Willow Ridge Edition feasible. This was a development created of 20 lots for both single-family and multi-family housing. Once developed, this subdivision is estimated to add over $8 million to the community's tax base. We assisted with converting 14th Avenue Southwest and Pioneer into a paved street with curb and gutter. That used to be just an old cattle road, basically. And this also created 3 additional lots for the development in 2003. We also assisted in coordinating the planning of the Scandinavia building for remodeling with the city of Humboldt and Rod and Sally Amley. The redevelopment of this project created 8 units with both 1 and 2 bedroom units. 4 of these units are handicap accessible. The remodeling of this building increased the taxable value of well over $300,000. Humboldt County Housing assisted the city and the staff in the preparation of the IDED LHAP grant, of which the city was awarded $117,000. All these units are income-based. We provided market information, zoning assistance, and tax incentive information to local contractors on construction of multifamily units. The location of this building allowed elderly residents access to essential services without the need for a vehicle. These are the apartments that are currently on Sumner Avenue. The commercial property here is assessed at over $500,000, and I'm pretty sure these assessments are low. Humboldt County Housing continues to provide financial support to the Building Trades Program. The success of this program is based on the partnership formed by the Humboldt Community School, Iowa Central College, Humboldt County Housing, and local businesses. The program started in 1999, and to date, students have constructed 11.5 homes. Many of the past students are now working in the area of contractors, electricians, plumbers, etc. These projects have added over $1 million to the community's tax base. Humboldt County Housing purchases the lots for the homes, and all profits and losses are absorbed by the program. Humboldt County Housing continues to assist in administration of the CDBG block grant for housing rehabilitation. Our second application has been submitted to rehab 10 owner-occupied homes within the city of Humboldt. The city council supported this initiative by providing a local match and additional funding for the low to moderate income fund. In May of 2007, the final 15 lots were auctioned off in Riverview Heights 5th Edition. Homes have been completed on these lots as well. In the fall of 2012, Humboldt County Housing purchased 71 acres to develop Eagle Ridge. This subdivision is being developed in 2 phases. Phase 1 had 24 lots auctioned, of which 17 were sold to the public with the requirement of construction being completed within 5 years. Phase 2 will consist of 20 lots, and Lot 10 was sold to the county for future development of green space. During 2013, Humboldt County Housing implemented a demo grant program. Qualified property owners can receive up to $7,500 to demolish unsightly property in Humboldt County, with the stipulation of rebuilding a single-family dwelling on the property. Low to moderate housing, the city demolished a condemned single-family residence, and Humboldt County Housing plans to construct a new dwelling in the price range of $130,000. there's no time frame set on that. Most recently, Humboldt County Housing purchased the mobile home park. This project is to assist the need in the moderate price range of homes. This is an area that needs addressed in our 9-county region. Lots were available for $1 to any person or contractor with the stipulation that a home be constructed within 30 days and have a sale price of under $200,000. Construction has been started on these 8 lots, with completion expected in the spring or early summer of 2014. Based on this information, Humboldt County Housing has been very active in projects that have increased Humboldt County's assessed valuation by millions of dollars. This increase in valuations continue to generate large dollar amounts in addition to property tax revenues for local governments. These accomplishments have played a part in alleviating the housing shortage that has been prevalent in both Humboldt County and the surrounding area for the past 5 to 10 years. These developments not only increase the community's tax base, they are critical to the development of the community's workforce. Without adequate, decent, and affordable housing, the county's population will continue to decline as other communities have. And in listening here tonight of other people talking about the shortage of housings, that's just one more reason why I ask tonight that you consider your annual contribution of $7,500 to continue to help our group.
One question, Cheryl, because originally I thought what you told me was true, was that when you bought the land down there where the trailer court is, that you were gonna offer that to the developers for $1 a piece for them to build houses, but that never happened. You guys decided to build the homes yourselves, isn't that correct?
No, we acquired that property, and I believe it was the middle of June. Excuse me, and almost immediately, we put together, it was publicized in the paper, I believe at the city council meeting here, that those lots were available for $1 to any person or contractor to build on it. You know, I had personal conversations with people in that field, and there was interest, but never any action. At that point, you know, we investigated further, and a proposal was presented, and to fill this need that certainly has occurred with Cargill, CJ America,